Welcome to Fantasy Meditation. Make your body and mind calm and quiet. Sit relaxed. Take deep breath and slowly exhale it. In the silence of your heart, give wings to your imaginations and allow your mind to see a dream at this auspicious meditative time. Imagine that you are at your home and go out to play with your friends. You are enjoying the game, anything you can imagine. Football, cricket, basketball, or anything you prefer. And you feel so happy now. Suddenly, a voice whispered in your ears, "Come to me, follow me, and find me." Only you are able to hear that voice. You feel so much disturbed. When your friends realized that you are disturbed, they asked, "What happened to you?" Then you replied, Nothing happened to me." But immediately you leave your peer group and come back to your home. That voice again whispered in your ears, "You have to do a great journey. Come to me, follow me and find me. I am your treasure. Come to Israel." This voice was disturbing you for a long period of time, but you didn't give much attention to it. You thought that this is just a hallucination or a daydream. But when days passed, you were hearing the voice more and more times in a day. Now, it confuses, disturbs, and perplexes your mind. At last, you take the decision that you are going to follow the voice. So now, you are coming out of your home in search of this voice. As per the voice said, you have to go to Israel. You got your visa and flight ticket, and now you are reaching at an airport. After all the checking in the airport, you are entering into the flight. You are comfortably sitting in your seat. When you looked around, you saw that all those who are traveling in that flight are youngsters. Every one of them is about your own age. Now, the flight is ready to take off. Minutes, seconds pass away in your wristwatch. At last, the flight took off from India to Israel. Imagine how you are staying in between the sky and the earth in the flight. Your flight is moving so well and you are feeling a comfortable journey. Now also you hear the same voice which whispered in your ear, "Come and find me, I am your treasure." Suddenly you noticed that an intense ray of white light made invisible the beautiful view of sky from everyone's sight. As you were sitting at the window seat, the vision is clear to you. One more thing happened in the flight that made you truly frightened. Everyone in the flight, one by one, is becoming unconscious. It caused to increase your heartbeat. Your pulses are intensified. Now, you also are unable to take proper breath. Your eyes are closing slowly. At last, you became unconscious. After some time, you got back to your conscious state and you woke up. When your eyes were opened, you were able to see the sky. So you thought that still you are in the flight, but immediately you realized that you are not in the flight. It was so strange and mysterious. You are seeing an enormous desert area around you. You notice one more thing, that all those who are with you in the flight are with you in the desert. This incident gave you an unpleasant feeling. So you asked the one who was beside you that, "Where are we now?" Then he replied, "I also don't know where we are. I came by following a voice. That voice said to me that, 'Come, find me, I am your treasure.'" All these things increased the strangeness of the situation. So you realize that it is something strange happening to you. Very soon, you got the idea that all of them in the desert with you are also following the same voice which you heard whispering in your ears. Now, all of us started following the voice together to find the treasure. You also started your journey with them, and all of you separated into small groups to make the journey easy. When you moved little further, one of the members in your group got a minor injury. One of his ankles got twisted and he is not able to walk. Suddenly, you went near him and did some necessary and basic treatments. The injured one got a bad ankle sprain. All others in your troop said, "It is better to leave him here, otherwise it will take more time to find out the treasure." But the goodness and humanness in your heart didn't allow you to leave him there. You said to all the other members in your troop that they can move forward and you will come with him. Then all the other members of the troop left from the spot. Now, you see a great rock which gives you a little shade. So you took the injured one there and stayed with him there. After a long rest, somehow he was able to walk. So you both together continued your journey. You felt the scorching heat, fear, tiredness, confusion, and the injury of one of your troop members. everything is making your journey difficult and discomfortable. Still, you are continuing your journey. When you moved a little further ahead, you saw two persons are lying on the ground because they were so dizzy. So you reached near to them with your troop member and asked, "What happened to them?" But immediately they pleaded for some water to drink. You, without any hesitation, took your water bottle and gave them water. Both of them drank the water and regained their energy. The two men said that because of the scorching heat, they became dizzy and unconscious, and also that our troop members left us here. Four of you took a little rest and resumed your journey. The journey was too long and tiresome, and four of you became so tired. But the voice whispered again and again in your ears, "Come, find me, I am your treasure." This gave you strength not to give up the journey ahead. This voice mentally strengthened you. Now it becomes evening. When you lifted up your eyes, you saw a little far away some trees. So you four targeted that spot and moved towards it. Now you reached that spot so quickly. When you reached there, it made you astonished. You found a small and beautiful village in between the desolate and vast desert. And you also found all those who had started their journey with you. The village clothed herself with a beautiful greenery. The sky was also so pleasant with its stunning beauty. There were also streams around to nourish the inhabitants. The village made her children so happy and caring. Altogether, that land was so beautiful and comfortable for anyone to stay. Now, all those who started their journey with you decided not to continue their journey because it was too hard. They were unable to walk in the scorching heat. They were terrified. An unceasing fear overshadowed them, and they said, "Death is hiding in our paths. We don't know will we get our treasure. We don't know will we get our treasure or die before we reach at our destination." These all things made hesitation in you to resume your journey, and you tried your best to ignore the whispering sound. But that voice continued to inspire everyone to come and find out their treasure. But everyone have lost their determination to continue their travel. After having a great interior battle between yourself and that voice, you surrendered yourself in front of that voice and continued your journey. Now, you are alone and no one is with you. Only you are able to see the sand in front of you, Only the grains of sand are visible around you. Still, you are continuing your journey. You pass so many desert lands, so many desert dunes, and also the hills of sand. The journey was long, yet you didn't feel it as hard as the first journey. This was so comfortable. As you kept on walking, you reached a place which looked like a forest. You walked through it. You are so much afraid now because you don't know what is waiting for you in this strange forest. But keeping a great hope, you walked forward. Now, a new struggle sprouts up before you. You saw a river in front of you. If you pass that river, only you can reach at your treasure, the voice said. Now, you don't know what you will do to cross that deep river. Even though you know swimming, you are not willing to swim because of the strangeness of that place. Suddenly, you see a boat little far from where you are standing. So you reached near to the boat. The boat was so good to travel. So you took the boat and started to row it. Very soon you reached at the other bank of the river. Then you heard that same voice again. Come to me. You are so close to me. Find me. Then you walked little more, and now you saw a cave in front of you. When you reached near to the cave, you saw something was shining from the cave. So you entered into the cave and saw so beautiful and valuable a gem. You tried to touch it. Suddenly, you heard the gem say, "Hey man." You become afraid and you think, how could a gem speak? Then the gem continued speaking. If you want to get me, you would have done something special. What did you do to get me? What great things have you done for achieving me? For a few seconds, the whole atmosphere was so silent. Because of your humility, you also didn't find anything great which you have done to get this gem. Because of your humility, you also didn't find anything great which you have done to get this gem. So you said to that gem that I didn't do anything special to get you. Only I traveled little longer. I also feel that I am not worthy to get you. And now you turn to get out of the cave. But the gem again called you and said, "You are the real one who deserves me. When your brother was injured, you had bound up his wound and helped him to walk because of your goodness. When your brothers were thirsty, you gave them water to drink because of your humanness. Everyone decided not to find out their treasure, which means me. But you came out from your comfortable zone and reached at your destination. After having performed all that is required, You regard yourself as worthless. You are the real one who deserves me. Take me now, and I am your treasure. And now, you got the most expensive, beautiful, and attractive gem as your treasure. You are now keeping that gem in your bag and coming out of the cave. As you lifted up your eyes, you are seeing a huge tree which was giving a good shade there. Because you are so tired, you are going near the tree and taking rest under it. As the time passed, you eventually get into sleep. After some time, when you awoke, you were shocked because you are now sitting in the same flight. You thought that all that had happened was just a dream. But when you looked around you, you saw all those who journeyed with you to find out the journey. You saw all those who journeyed with you to find out the treasure, and also saw the one who was injured, whom you helped just near to your seat. So you asked to him, "Where are we going now?" He said that we are moving from Israel to India. Sadly, you became so skeptical about all the memories. So to make sure whether your memories are true or false, you checked your bag and also asked the one who sat near you, "Are you remembering our journey through the desert?" Then immediately the counter reply came, "What are you speaking? Yes, everything is quite embarrassing and unbelievable," you thought. But the precious gem which was in your bag silenced you. Now, you are so much confused and thought whether it was a dream or really happened incident. Please now locate yourself in the place of your meditation and look at Jesus, your Master. The imagination or exploration which you had now is your own life. A voice which whispered in the ear of yours to find out the treasure is the voice of God, who inspires all His children to find out God Himself, who is the divine treasure. It is sure that many will start to follow the divine call. When you were in your journey, you got the chance to help your brothers. There was the need to help and support your brethren. But everyone will not stretch a helping hand. Only those who have goodness in their heart will do that. One who really is searching for God will not be able to shut his eyes in front of the needy brethren. When you were journeying, you reached at a very beautiful and comfortable place. Many of them came with you and ignored the divine voice and hesitated to find out the divine treasure. Most of the people receive the call fast, but they are unable to be consistent in the pursuit of their vocation. When our minds will set on the earthly things, we will not be able to respond to the call of God. Ultimately, we will be unsuccessful and unsatisfied in our life when we go after the worldly pleasure. It is obvious that only few will be consistent in their search for God in their life. When you were not able to cross the river, you were provided with a boat to go across. If we are strong enough or determined enough in the journey for seeking God, He will surely provide us things we need, and He will make the situations suitable for us. And at last, you were given the most precious and valuable gem as your treasure. So, you became very rich and wealthy. When we started our spiritual journey, we were also empty and void. God doesn't want to fill us with filthy things, but He desires to enrich us with the divine treasure, which means with God Himself. When we receive the treasure of God, we become truly rich and authentic. Everything existing in the whole world and entire cosmos belongs to God. More than that, God Himself is the inexpressible gift to each one of us.